Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online and on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
It's not a Democrat-Republican issue. What are you teaching the children?
I'm not here to defend what was said. I am here to support my school district.
Tempers flare in Minnesota. An investigation is underway into how negative comments about President Trump were printed in the Brainerd High School yearbook.
One of those comments could be considered a threat, and now the school district and the community want to know how this happened.
Officials say that they are now looking into the editorial process of the yearbook. Reporter Zach Lashway has our story.
Threatening the president is a crime.
That threat found in the Brainerd High School's 2017 yearbook.
Not happy with what was posted in the school yearbook publication.
Tonight is causing uproar throughout the Brainerd community and the nation.
You kids just don't know what's going on anymore.
The statement found on page 11 reads, quote, "I would like to behead him. I do not like him." End of quote. This is in response to the question, Trump 2017 through 2020. How do you feel about him?
They should have brains enough not to publish something like that. It's not about her. It's not Democrat, it's not Republican, it's about hate.
And that's not the only comment that's become controversial.
It's so hard to want to repeat what was said on 11, but on 35 it was, this was in regards to Trump thinking rapists were okay.
Ultimately, the school is responsible for the publication. The bottom line is it was posted, it is promoting violence, it is not okay, and someone needs to answer with a solution.
In a statement, the school said in part, quote, "The district does not support or otherwise endorse any disrespectful or politically based statements that are in the yearbook and apologizes for the statements that were included." End of quote. They go on to say they are investigating.
I think that the advisor of the yearbook definitely needs to be held accountable. I don't think this should have went to press without the superintendent checking it first, the principal checking it first. I think it should have went through all of those channels before it finally hit the press.
For the students,
it does definitely cross the line of free speech when you make threats towards somebody's safety.
But they want you to know.
I don't think that our school is, a bad school or.
School officials say they're working with the publisher to figure out how they can fix the problem. One of the options is a full-page sticker that can be placed over the pages in questions at no cost to the students.
Former FBI Director James Comey has agreed to publicly testify before the Senate Intelligence Committee. Comey will testify in an open setting before the committee about his role in the investigation of Russian interference in the 2016 election. Comey's role in that investigation came to an abrupt end when President Trump fired him 10 days ago. Comey is expected to speak before the committee after Memorial Day, but a date hasn't been set yet.
3 separate cases involving child porn in Fargo to report tonight. Nicholas Asman is facing felony child porn charges. Court documents say he asked children to take their clothes off during multiple Skype chats. Asman taught youth swim lessons at MSUM from 2014 through the end of the summer of 2016. He admitted to being in the locker room when children were changing for swim class. Christopher Colwell faces 13 felony charges after BCI agents found child porn on his computer. And a West Fargo man hasn't been charged but is suspected of uploading child porn to a group in WhatsApp. Police pursued the case after executing a search warrant.
Bail has been set at $1 million for a man accused of murdering a woman in a Crookston, Minnesota apartment, according to court documents. 49-year-old Eddie Frazier is facing 3 counts of second-degree murder after he allegedly killed Tanya Wallace by strangling her to death. Frazier was arrested in the Twin Cities area following a shootout with police. His next court date is set for May 25th.
Here's a look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted. Police say Maurice Brown is wanted for aggravated assault and domestic violence, which are felonies. Call your local law enforcement if you have information on Brown.
Fire crews will keep an eye on what's left of the fire at Earth Recycling in Minot over the weekend, but say that the worst is over. They have decided to let the fire burn itself out since they're having difficulty reaching certain areas. The State Health Department says the air quality in the area is fine now.
Before you hit one of your local pools this summer, you may want to have a talk with your kids about drinking the water. A parasite known as crypto can make you very sick. You catch it by swallowing pool water contaminated with diarrhea. The number of swimming pools with an outbreak of the parasite has doubled in just 2 years, according to the Center for Disease Control.
As a mom, as a parent, I'm a grandparent with 12 grandkids. If something happens, report it right away to protect everybody. If you let it just go and you grab your kid, go out of the water, you're putting everybody at risk.
Dumas says while the parasite should be taken seriously, it shouldn't keep you out of the pools this summer.
Suicide finds its way into the lives of so many people. However, its notoriety doesn't mean that warning signs are easy to spot.
More than 15 million people suffer from depression in this country. But how can you tell when someone could cross the line over to something more dangerous? Valley News Team's Clint DeRoche has the story.
It's easy to forget about the troubles of the world as you browse through stuff at a garage sale.
I lost my stepbrother in 2012 to suicide, and he was 18. And then not even a year later, we lost my sister also to suicide, 2013, and she was 29.
However, this sale has a more serious goal than clearing out closets. Hannah DeMorris lost 2 of her siblings to suicide after both faced a long fight with depression.
Well, my stepbrother, he was pretty much undiagnosed with depression. My sister, she suffered a long time with depression and then bipolar. It just got to be too much for both of them, and unfortunately, they made that decision.
After her experiences, Hannah joined a support group to find answers for the questions raised by their deaths. That led to her joining the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, teaching everyone the knowledge needed to protect the people they love. That's why she helped organize the 3rd annual rummage sale, where all the proceeds go to the foundation. The event helps to offer the community a good bargain and a chance to better recognize the warning signs of suicide.
Just like random calls of like making peace, almost like saying goodbye in a way.
If you're unsure, being overly cautious is better than losing your loved one and wishing you could tell them how truly valuable they are.
For my sister to know that I thought the world of her, and that there was so much more dreams and hope and love that I had for her than maybe she knew. And then with my stepbrother, just that he was loved and that I loved him and that he had so much going for himself in his life even though he didn't see that.
Now, all Hannah has is her memories of more tender times and the drive to prevent others from feeling her pain. In Dilworth, Clint DeRoche, Valley News Live.
And if you'd like to support Hannah's cause, you can stop by the garage sale tomorrow morning. For more information on the sale, head to our website at valleynewslive.com and click on this story.
2 high school softball teams from Fargo put their skills on display tonight for a good cause as they help to strike out cancer. Friends, family, and softball fans gathered at Mickelson Field in North Fargo tonight to watch the Fargo North and Fargo South JV and varsity teams and help support the group Pink It Forward. It's a group founded to help women battling breast cancer and to help spread breast cancer awareness in the community.
Breast cancer isn't just significant to October like Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so we really try to get out in the public, in the community as much as possible, let them know that Pink It Forward exists, that it's as simple as getting us a name and address of somebody you might know that might be impacted by breast cancer, and we really take care of the rest.
Pink It Forward is a nonprofit that operates in both Fargo and Bismarck.